Underneath your top 4 to 6 matched items from your skills database, start jotting down accomplishments or achievements for those skills. Use quantitative or qualitative information such as names, numbers, etc. Try to find an example in your background that is most relevant to the firm you're interviewing with. You may have an incredible example of when you grew sales by 200% through a marketing campaign, but the product was a backpack for school children, and the firm you're going in for an interview with is a financial services firm whose marketing campaigns are very technical and services oriented. You want to make sure you're not just picking your best accomplishment, but the accomplishment that is most relevant to the needs of the buyer, who in this case is the interviewing company. Your goal at this stage is to separate yourself from other candidates by not just telling the interviewer something, but by providing proof with a story. It is proven that a hiring manager will remember a factual story or proof of a skill by using a situation to prove it versus stating an answer in an opinion form. I sometimes give an example using Excel. How strong are you with Excel? The basic answer is, I've been using Excel for 10 years. I'm very strong with the program and can perform any Excel-related task. A better answer is, I've been using Excel for 10 years and I'm very confident in my abilities. For example, I needed to build a spreadsheet about 2 months ago in order to calculate A, B, and C. I utilized VLOOKUP, pivot tables, and macros in order to X, Y, and Z. My model resulted in B. If you give the first answer, a strong interviewer would have to ask you 4 to 5 additional questions to get to that same response that was given in scenario 2. They would have to ask you, have you ever built a spreadsheet from scratch to calculate X, Y, and Z? Have you ever utilized VLOOKUP or pivot tables to accomplish Y? What were the results from the model you created, etc.? The time that it took to answer those 4 to 5 additional questions is significant. If you strategize about those answers when preparing for your interview, you'll be able to cover more ground on the interview and check off more of the hiring manager's skill boxes that is obviously advantageous. Have a few accomplishments in 1 to 2 minute stories for each of the top 4 to 6 match skills. Candidates often round up or round down. You don't want to do the ish syndrome. You're better off using exact numbers. I've been working with X, Y, and Z firm for 9 years and 7 months. The hiring manager looks at those types of phrases and does not try to dispute them. They accept them as fact. You want to make sure your answers are concise and to the point. Feedback that we often get on interviews is that the hiring manager had to cut off or interrupt the candidate because they rambled on. So you obviously never want that to happen. And make sure whenever answering a question, link skills and accomplishment with the job requirements to show that the skills you have acquired are relevant to the job you're interviewing for. And always make sure you have thought out what your salient points are and you are confident articulating those salient points.